Hello, my name is Father Paul Robinson here in Saint Isidore's in Watkins, Colorado. I would just like to provide a history of our community in Colorado and also where we'd like to go in the future. Back in the 1980s, there was a group of faithful Catholics here in the Colorado area who were desiring to have the traditional Catholic Mass, and they solicited the Society of St. Pius X for priests to come and service their needs. And a certain farmer stepped forward, Mr. Gene Lenneber, and he offered to not only provide a land property on which a church could be built, but also would provide the money necessary to build that church. Since the building of the church, the community has grown further. There are now about 500 people who attend Mass at Saint Isidore's every Sunday. While we were able to receive a huge endowment for the building of this church, we were not, or have not yet been, able to receive such an endowment for our school. The parents and the teachers and the staff and the priests have all been very determined to provide this traditional Catholic education to the children, and they've made do with the resources that have been available.
So we had visitors to the school shortly after it was built. There were two contractors that were going to be working on the heating system. They were replacing some filters or whatever, and I met them in the parking lot after school. And I told them, you can get in the building in just a minute. We need to just get through dismissal first, and then you'll have all the access you need. So while I'm standing there with them, the kids start coming out of the building, and these guys start laughing. And I kind of look at them, wondering. And one of the men says, "This is like the clown car at the circus. How do you get all those kids in there? They just keep coming out." And I just said, "Boy, welcome to our world," because that's how it's been all along, trying to find a place to put these kids. So we outgrew that space, and we had to finish the basement of the church to be occupiable for school. And there are codes that we had to comply with, and we had to do certain finishes according to their rules for schools.
It's hard to fit all the students into our classrooms. Last year I had 13 students in a very small classroom. This year it was great to have a bigger classroom. I still have 13 students, but it's so much nicer to have that bigger classroom, and hopefully to let our school grow, and so people know about their faith. And obviously their faith is first, but I think a lot of children out there are lost because they don't even know that there are right and wrongs.
So I'm Father Flannery, principal of Our Lady Help of Christians Academy. I'll give you a tour of our school. So this is the parish hall, which also functions as part of our school. So you can see here we have the kitchen. Here, over there, we have the bookstore, and then this functions as the parish hall on Sunday. It also functions as our lunchroom, science lab, indoor recess when the weather's bad. This is our secretary's office, and then on either side we have classrooms. We have 6 total classrooms, 2 there, 1 on the stage, and 1 back there. We have lockers for the students. The girls' lockers are on this side, and the boys' lockers are on that side. And you can see the classrooms aren't very big. So we have 7th and 8th grade down here. So we really have to cram them in. Their desks aren't very big. It's sometimes difficult for them to write on, but we're able to fit them in. Over here, we have one of our teacher's offices. She converted a closet into an office. It's not a whole lot of space in there. Over here you can see these hooks and these racks. So this is where the girls will hang their coats, their sweaters. They'll put their shoes up here after recess. We make do with the spaces that we have, and sometimes that results in oddly shaped classrooms. You can see this is somewhat funnel shaped. It's going back there. And the switch to turn on that light is actually back there as well. That's just what we have to deal with. Over here, this is where some of our teachers have their offices. So this is just Originally it was just a storage area, but you can see we were able to put some tables in there. We have storage for our books. We just put some shelving up there and stacked our books on there. We also keep our water softening salt there in case we need that. So we can fit about 3 teachers back here. This is where we store our extra chairs. This is the boys' side for them to hang up their shoes and hooks for their backpacks and their sweaters. More storage for books. Then up here we have the classroom. I'll go turn on the lights. So this is a stage which we use for our musical productions, but we also use it for classrooms. Again, not ideal. The only barrier between us and the open space is this curtain, but this is one of our bigger classrooms and we can fit some of our bigger classes in here.
Our plan, our dream is to beautify our 18-acre campus by actually having pavement for our parking and stripes, and then for the school that we would have a proper school building, a 2-story school building that would be built in order to match the beauty of the church, the design of the church, that the church and the school would be in harmony with one another. And this school would, of course, provide the space and the proper environment for learning that we wish to give to the children. This dream that we have, we entrust to Our Lady Help of Christians, we entrust to Saint Joseph, and we entrust it to your prayers and also to your generosity, that if you believe in Catholic education, if you believe in the traditional Mass, the traditional way of living, if you believe that the hope for the future is that we build communities who are living in the way that our fathers lived, that they practice the faith in the way that our fathers practiced the faith, that the best hope for the future of our world, the future of our country, the future of our state is to have such communities, then we invite you to consider contributing to this cause.